September 1st, and weather is like what we call here Indian summer. So it's not that hot. It's a very comfortable temperature, like plus 25 Celsius. I'll put in the video how much that would be in Fahrenheit. You know, I would say high 70s. And so yeah, we're out here riding the trail, and today we're gonna go and explore this another trail alongside the Highway 36 here in Colorado, which runs from Boulder, Colorado, and it connects to the other local highways. And yeah, basically you can get to Denver, you know, and connect to the other ones, like 270, I believe, and then I-25, of course. But yeah, so we've been on this trail before. I did not record my way all the way from the house because there was no reason for it. You've already seen it. And today here is a holiday. It's a Labor Day, so many people are out and about on the trail and whatnot, so we're really gonna take it easy. And we definitely do not want to run into anybody and cause problems, because I can definitely ride way faster than those people on the bicycles, you know, and I just want to be respectful. I always am, you know. So, what are we going to talk about? There are a couple things I want to say while we're riding around, and yeah, let's go over some of the topics. The first one, yesterday I posted a video about the jerseys. Let's see if we can get by. About not the jerseys, man, about my hats from Australia. And today I was looking it up, and apparently there is a new way how you can support me now, and anybody for that matter, and it was created for YouTube content creators with little to none follower count, you know. And I can't say that I don't have any, you know. I got like 780, but it means for the small channels. Apparently there's like a hype button or some shit like that. So when you guys watch my videos, if there would be one thing, you know, you could help me out with, see if you can hit that hype button or whatever the hell it may be, because that would definitely boost my thank you, boost my channel, you know. And that guy was wobbly as fuck on that thing. I don't know if I can get to the new trail through here, but I'm just gonna go around. But yeah, try to, what the hell is going on here? Somebody's coming down with a goddamn four-wheeler, whatever the hell that is. Fuck's sakes. And yeah, see if you could hit that button and help me out. But yeah, let me get through here and then we can talk more. I gotta get to this new trail. Definitely heavy traffic today. like this guy going the same way. And but we're gonna get past him whenever we can so we can ride. Okay, he goes forward. So here we are at the trailhead. All right, we haven't been here, yeah? So this is all in development, brand new trails. And it's pretty cool what you can do here in northern Denver. Super convenient trails built all around. And yeah, and that's kind of like a segue what I want to talk about, what happened at work last week. So kind of a fucked up news again, you know, like big time. Last Monday when I went to work, I had to go out in the yard and talk to my yard boss and a couple other guys, you know, to kind of let them know what's going on and what we need to do. And so I'm out there and I'm coming back through the main front office, and my front desk lady just bawling, you know, crying. And I was like, what's going on and what's the matter, you know, like, because so yeah, like, what's the matter, you know? And I remember that years back around this time her son passed away, and I was like, maybe there was like an anniversary or something, you know, something really uncomfortable for her. And but she didn't answer to me anything, you know. And so I go into my GM's office and I was like, Chris, I was like, what's going on with her, you know, do you know anything? And he was like just shaking his shoulders and he's like, I got no clue, you know. And then she comes in, you know, and still crying. And she's like, I just got the phone call from Chris's. So we have 3 Chris's. And the way she said was like, I got a phone call from Chris's brother that, let me get past this person. Okay, so going forward, you can go to Boulder, coming up here, Denver. Let's head over towards Denver. And so basically saying that Chris has passed away over the weekend. And we're like, which one? You know, like that would matter, but, you know, still. And it was a gentleman by name Chris Solana. And apparently he got in a motorcycle accident. He used to have a Harley Davidson. And apparently on Saturday's evening around 10:45, a drunk person pulled in front of him on 104th Boulevard, and pretty much Colorado. Actually, it was like a Fox Run road or something like that. So, and he died on his way to hospital. That's as far as we know. So here's the Highway 36. So this runs all the way, you know, and connects to I-25, the road I used to show you last time. But yeah, so, and it was a hit and run on top of it. And then a couple days later, we found out that it was an 18-year-old lady, drunk, hit him, collided with him, took off, and somewhere else hit some other people, you know, in their cars, took off again, and I guess later on turned herself in. So she's going in for a long time. So 2 lives fucked up, you know. One is dead, the other one's going to prison for a long time. And it's like, man, I couldn't, like, I didn't ride my fucking scooter, man. I just couldn't, you know. I kind of got scared, you know. I sometimes get out on the streets and roads and shit, you know, and I was like, I was not fucking comfortable at all. Some of these bicycles all last more than I do. And I just couldn't get myself going anywhere, you know, because it's like, man, I gotta be so fucking careful, man, you know, riding the scooter, man, you know. And actually one of the YouTubers who does these scooter videos, man, also got in accident. Somebody pulled in front of him to basically cut him off. He was in a bike lane, and the car went around him and then made a right turn, and either the fucker didn't realize that the scooter was traveling across the road, you know, and fucking he ran right into him, you know, and he got banged up, fucked up his scooter. Also this Roadrunner, same type as I do. So it's fucked up, man, you know, and I was like quite shaken up by all that, you know, that I just couldn't push myself and go riding the scooter, man. And then finally yesterday I came riding around and I discovered this path here, and decided to show it to you guys as well. So it's kind of fucking crazy, man. So we can get to 92nd Avenue. Let's just keep going towards Denver. I just like that here there is nobody here. Plus you can see some surroundings, and prairie dogs is always around here. Biggest threat to me, to be honest. But yeah, man, that really fucking shook me up, man, you know, like, and too bad Chris was only 37 years old. He did not have his helmet on. Yeah, I ain't gonna fucking pass this road. I just don't want to go across. I'll head back. Yeah, no way in the hell, man. But anyways, here you can see this is the intersection with Sheridan. So look over there, there's Denver. Up front, I don't know how far you guys can see it, but that's downtown Denver there. This is a pretty major intersection. But yeah, let's head back and then explore like a trail to Denver maybe. But yeah, you can see some mountains here and shit. But yeah, man, and so yeah, Chris was 37. 3-year-old, I believe, daughter he had, you know, so daughter will grow up without the father, you know, and shit, man. It's crazy, man, you know. In Denver, it's a sad situation, man. There's so many fucked up people. It's easier to count how many people are not under some kind of influence, you know, and mainly I'm saying that because everybody smokes the fucking weed. So I'd say 80-20. $80-20, man, you know, 80% fucking are messed up one way or another. with 20 being sober, you know. And man, yeah, it's such a sad fucking situation. And yeah, now the 18-year-old going in for a long time too, you know. But yeah, it took me a while to shake it off, man, and I had a promise to myself not to drive on the fucking roads, man. It's too damn dangerous. I'm not comfortable. Good thing is I always wear my helmet, you know. Honestly, I should wear like elbow pads, you know, and knee pads and shit like that in case something does happen. You hit the prairie dog or somebody else, you know, something else. But yeah, so that was the fucked up shit, man, you know. So what else? Last night Lee hit me up, you know. I've been collecting jerseys, you know, all kinds of jerseys, soccer jerseys, AFL jerseys, NRL jerseys. And one of my jersey grails as of late has been the Union Rugby national team, you know, of South Africa, Springboks. And with all these new tariffs and all this shit, man, you know, it's extremely expensive. Plus there is such an uncertainty. Well, this goes out to Westminster Boulevard, man. I'm not gonna try there. But yeah, and so the jersey I could get was $200 US. So I passed on it. And then last night, Lee hits me up, you know, and he is like, hey, I've never seen in Aussie, you know, the Springbok jerseys available. And it's 160 Australian dollars, which comes out a little over $100 USD. I was like, get it, man. We'll figure it out how to get it here later. So I wired some money over, man, and he'll pick one up for me. So that's a check mark. It's kind of crazy, you know, like how life works out in general, where you put your sights on something, you know, and then one way or another, it all works out. And yeah, it was so random. And I know that Lee knew that I was looking for the Springboks as well, you know, but it just happened, you know, that he stumbled on one. So that's freaking awesome. Look at the Denver surroundings, North Denver suburb. Fucking shirtless, man. Let's see where this panorama trail goes. This is gonna be something I haven't been on, man. And this is a dirt one. So I gotta freaking be careful. Maybe you guys can see some good mountain views. I'm gonna focus on the road ahead of me so I don't end up eating shit, man. There was a guy on a little scooter and a big ass fucking German Shepherd, man. What's up, man? So yeah, I've never taken this trail. No idea where it goes. Shall we go this way? I guess. I like to explore. I like to find out where I can go, you know, with a scooter. man, let's talk a little bit about a scooter, man. I've been on this scooter now for quite some time, and in miles I've driven over 400 miles on it. And what are my thoughts about it? Super well built, very reliable, lots and lots of power, especially if you are in a dual mode. And then it will freaking spin the wheels, man. And I use the dual mode only. Like right now I'm in a single. I only use the dual mode when I need to get across the road, you know, like a big road, or where I need to speed up. Otherwise, man, I'm just staying in a single, which preserves my battery, and it gives me a steady speed and everything. So yeah, look, we were back. We're back on the trail. So now let's head over towards Boulder and see where the fuck we can go get riding this way. So it's yours and my first time on this trail. So it gets to the hotels. But yeah, it's a good scooter. Stanley Lake. Let's take the Big Dry Creek. I know that in this area there's a Stanley Lake. Thank you, guys. So, more about the scooter. I've only encountered one issue, and that's my front brakes, you know. It started rubbing, you know, and giving me all kinds of noises, you know, like the brake pads are rubbing. So I had to adjust it several times, you know, and actually this morning I had to do it again. And I think my freaking the disc, you know, the brakes, what do you call it, like the rotor, that it's bent, you know. So luckily I can bend it back, and that's what I did, and kind of cured the problem. When I get home, I'll check it out again. Oh man, it says no motor vehicles, man, so I can't really go there. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around. I do not want to get into trouble. Well, let's just see. Let's just be very respectful. Let me. So I just put in my first gear, which is not gonna go very fast. Look at this. So yeah, besides that problem with only the front brakes, other than that, I haven't had any fucking issues at all. Man, this is kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, we're just, you can see it, we're just riding super slow. Yeah, so overall, pretty freaking awesome. Let's see what kind of trails here. West Cliff Trail, Big Dry Creek. Let's just stay on the Big Dry Creek. I don't even know where the hell I'm at. I don't know what road is this. 90. Stanley Lake, that way. Okay. I just kind of want to go to the Stanley Lake. I've been there. Wadsworth Boulevard, okay. Now I know where I'm at. That's pretty crazy. This is the same trail which comes out like in my neighborhood, you know. This is how long it is. So, oh, we're gonna have to cross the road, I guess. So I don't know where the hell. I have no idea. It says it's a bike path right here. I guess we can get in the second gear. I'm just going against what I just said, that I don't want to ride, man, on the road. I have not been here, man. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Okay. Central Bikeway. Let's see, man. I'm gonna get fucking lost in here. Let's see where we can get. Now you're exploring with me. Tunnel. Hey, 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 hey. I just want to see a sign, Stanley Lake, somewhere. No freaking idea where this goes, man. Well, at some point we're going to have to turn around. Stanley Lake 1.1, okay. We can do that. Let's just go to the lake. It's a pretty big lake. I've fished there. I think one time I caught like a trout or something. But that's about it. And then one time I went there just to go there. There are some eagles and shit. That's kind of cool. So the cool thing about my helmet, yeah, I got the Bluetooth, you know, I'm talking to you, man, I'm listening to the music, hooked up to Sirius XM and listening to the good old 80s on a very low volume level. Kind of lost the Stanley Lake shit, but so which way do I go? Probably this way. Really gotta watch after my battery. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if I'm allowed to be on these trails, but I don't see why not. Like, I mean, what the hell am I doing wrong? But I definitely don't want to run into like a park ranger or something. And Stanley Lake definitely without one. And you never know if a guy's a dickhead or not, you know. Let's just go all the way up on the hill. So I've been going for 16 miles, so I'm fine on the battery. So this is basically what Colorado looks like. I kind of feel we're getting closer to that lake. Big Dry Creek Trail. Oh, it looks sketchy on this gravel. But definitely if you have a bicycle, man, this is a greenway trail. Look at this fucking crazy shit here. Like, check it out, what it is, man. That's like some kind of a water collecting area. Like a dam spillway or something. That's over there. It's not a Stanley Lake. Stanley Lake area by Loon Lake. Okay, when we come back, we'll check out the Loon Lake. So I believe up and over, man, that's where the Stanley Lake is. Man, I'm thirsty. I do have a Red Bull with me, you know, but I wish I would have just the water. That's kind of a long-ass video for you guys. Stanley Lake Nature Center, 1 mile. Well, there are the camping grounds and shit, man, over there, so I'm gonna actually turn around here and head back. I've heard that this area has a shit ton of fucking snakes, man. It definitely looks like a snake area to me. Alright, so over that hump, over this hill, man, that's where the Stanley Lake is. It's a pretty big lake. And it's kind of cool to know that I can actually ride my scooter all the way to Stanley Lake, man. How cool is that? Okay, now you can fucking see it. Okay, so that's over there. That's the Stanley Lake. Howdy. So yeah, that's popular spot here for the local Denverites. Like I said, Labor Day weekend, everybody's out. So 17 miles I'm from home. So yeah, let's head back. I'll try to record, man, you know, and then maybe chop the parts out or some shit like that, or maybe leave it as is. I know that there are people who enjoy videos like this, and one of them being myself. I like to watch how other people ride around, you know, in all different kinds of places. So this is definitely something cool for you guys. Now the task is, man, to find a way back, man, because like I'm so super bad about remembering directions, man. You know, I really gotta go a couple times to remember them. It's fucked up, man. I know where I'm at, you know, in general, but on those trails, on the roads, I definitely know where I'm at and how to get home. But trails, that's a different animal, man. Once I get my bearings, and even if I run out of battery, I can always call my wife and say, hey, come and pick me up. Yeah, weather is absolutely wonderful. So this is a freaking loon lake. Let's just go in here. Let's check out the Loon Lake. That is more my kind of lake, you know. It's a hell of a lot nicer. That looks almost natural, you know. Look how beautiful it looks. Yeah, that's probably good fishing grounds. This is some fucked up area. That's the Loon Lake. Let me turn around, man. This fucking road goes to nowhere. Oop. Yeah, let's just head back. I'm just so happy this scooter definitely can handle off-roading with ease. You know, there's no problem whatsoever riding it. I don't know about my battery here, recording the sound and shit, man. Hopefully it records everything. It's a little tricky. I also like that red cable I used to have dangling around, man. I taped it over with the black electrical tape. Hopefully that does something too, and it's not gonna dangle in a video like that. Maybe it'll be invisible, or at least it's gonna be black. So I need to get back on a dry creek trail. Big dry creek. So I believe that's that. Fuck, even if I knew. Okay, it's a big dry creek. See, in a situation like this, man, I'm like a fucking moron. Well, that would be cool to go down there. Ooh. Big dry creek. Maybe next time we can ride down there. See if we could climb back up. So I need to, oh yeah, we came this way now. Now I remember. The last time when I did the video, for whatever reason, my audio is not like stereo, but it's like it sounds different. And it's not supposed to be that way. So who the fuck knows? So riding back, I'm gonna be, those dudes running. So yeah, I gotta be super freaking careful here. On your left. Okay, big dry creek right here. So what do you guys think about videos like this? You like it? Did we ride this one? Care of the dirt? Really? Man, my memory is so fucked up. Almost feels like I'm going somewhere where I wasn't before, man. Damn, I'm bad. 8th hardware. Man. This is really where I was? If anything, I gotta go this way. Man, I was on that fucking road somewhere. Now I'm definitely fucking have no clue where I'm at. Wadsworth, okay. Man. Took me for a ride for a second. So here's where we're gonna get on the other side. Damn. Pick a poison. All right. I don't know if it's still recording or not, but okay. So here's the road thing. This way. I guess we're on the right path. Look at that fucking thing. To head to my right. Okay. Big Dry Creek. Okay, here. Sometimes when you ride the first time, it takes a second to take a peek. To get your bearings around. To kind of know where you're at. We're gonna go by the fancy houses. And then not in the neighborhood, but we're heading straight. Big Dry Creek. So yeah, I mean, don't know much else to say. I mean, everything is otherwise is the same. Here it said the no motor vehicles, man. Well, that's because there's apartment complexes. That's most likely why it say what it say. but it's a quick zipping through. Look at those paintings. Oh boy, I'm thirsty. Man, my mouth is like a cotton mouth. Oh man, look at that. Look at this fucker, man. Jesus Christ, man. Look at that. That's a fucking snapper turtle. Look at them fucking claws and everything. That's like a fucking dinosaur, man. Good dang, man. It scared the living fuck out of me, man. You don't want to be nowhere near this dude. Hey, buddy. Look at them claws, man. Holy shit. Wow. I don't know how fast he can go. But that's a snapper, man. Let me put it in the dual mode. But man, my tires fucking screamed, man. Woo. Let's go. Whoa, man. That's a fucking huge one. Did you guys see that?
That was neat.
Yeah. Oh man, God was like, that was neat. Let me just stop. I lost my music. Yeah, so that's fucking adventure, isn't it? It qualifies. You don't see those prehistoric giants, man, you know. Well, man, I couldn't believe I could stop that fucking fast, man. That's fucking cool, man. Well, let's see. I think I gotta go this way. Okay, so this one to Denver, Boulder, all right. Now I know where I'm at. Wow, that was something else, man. Now let's just go back, get to the Mesker's farms and call it a day for a video, man. And I think that's gonna be a mission completed for today. We went on a completely different fucking path, you know. I've never been. Super cool, man. I'm curious to see what the video is gonna be like, man, you know. how it captured that moment when I had to slam on the brakes, man. Man, I love riding this thing. Look at all these paintings, man, on the tunnels. And yeah, guys, I'm sorry that if this, oops, man, I think I went where I was not supposed to go, but maybe not. I think I can get here too. Yeah, no, I'm cool, I guess. I thought I missed an exit, but no, this is the right way. So all the way to Stanley Lake. Man, it's weather, man. I so much like weather like this, man, you know, just because it's how warm it is, you know, like it's not hot, man. When it's hot, man, you know, you're like in a deep fryer, man. And you definitely, it's like you're like in a fucking microwave, man. Yeah, you definitely don't feel like you're in a microwave. So now we're back. I never filmed going back from here, but going to work, which is the opposite direction. You can definitely see the traffic, how many people are out there. Something real funny, man, you know. You know, I'm a hat collector. A lot of you who watches this might be my subscribers for the hat content. And man, the struggles of not being a native to English language is just kind of funny, man, you know. And it's not a dig, it's observation and the struggles people having, and when it becomes a habit, it's kind of hard to change your ways, man. And I'm talking about Pat. You know how Pat says that hat's gonna be released on both stores? So you English-speaking guys, you know it's not correct the way he says. In the meantime, it's so kind of charming, so to speak. So Pat, if you're watching, it's not released on both stores, but it's released in both stores. So in instead of on. On means like something on top, you know, like whatever. Man, I'm not gonna be the right one to explain, but you do not use released on both stores, released in both stores. So in it is. And I have my own struggles for a long time, you know. I struggle with he and she, you know. And it's so stupid, you know, at the beginning, man, everything was he. And then what else? Do and does, you know, that's another one where you have struggles. So for those, you know, who are not native, who English is not the native language, and we have those struggles, man. So if you're not a native English speaker, man, you know, what are your struggles? Can you let me know in the comments? Because it would be kind of interesting to see. Another one what Pat has a hell of a hard time is the squirrels. And I can't even say the way he says it. Skirrels or something like that. I don't know. I just have to laugh every fucking time, but it's not a bad thing, you know. It's just funny how people's tongues cannot turn, man, you know, in a certain way. And yeah, I have my own share of those things, man, and it cracks me up every freaking time, you know. And so you just can't take the German, or not the German, the Austrian guy out of. You can place him in America, but you can't take the Austrian out of him. It's like you can't take Latvian out of. You cannot take out the Latvian of me, even I've lived in the United States for so many years. So yeah. Man, today there's the traffic.